biology class, we have learned that electrical impulses are excellent in control and coordination of our life activities. But there are some limitations in that. Firstly, they will reach only those cells are connected by nervous tissue, not in each and every cell of our body. Secondly, the cell will take some time in between two impulses. In other words, the cells cannot continuously create and transmit electrical impulses. So, in multicellular organisms have another means of chemical communication. This chemical communication has done by endocrine system. Endocrine system includes endocrine glands and their secretions known as hormones. Hormones are the chemical messengers that regulate life activities. Not only the endocrine glands, we have another kinds of glands known as exocrine glands. So first let's see the difference between endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine glands are a type of glands that secrete substances or hormones into the bloodstream. Exocrine glands are a type of glands which release its secretion external to or at the surface of an organ with the help of a canal or duct. Endocrine glands are a type of ductless glands. Exocrine glands may or may not have ducts. Endocrine glands secrete into the blood. Exocrine glands pour their secretions directly at the site of action. Endocrine glands secrete hormones. Exocrine glands secrete enzymes. Endocrine glands' response is delayed since the secretion should be transported through the blood to the target organ. Exocrine glands show a rapid response since the substances are secreted directly to the target organ. Endocrine glands mainly control long-term activities of the target organ. Exocrine gland secretions mainly control short-term activities of the body. Thyroid gland, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands are examples of endocrine glands. Gastric glands, salivary glands, and sweat glands are examples of exocrine glands. We have seen the hormones are transported through blood. Shall I ask you one question? Do the hormones transported through blood function in all cells? What do you think? Let's watch a video. Hormones reach every cell in the body as they are transported by blood. But each hormone acts only upon those cells which have specific receptors. The cells which are acted upon by hormone are their target cells. Each hormone molecule binds with the receptor to form a hormone receptor complex. Following this, hormonal action will take place. Now let's go through each gland and their hormones. Hypothalamus, pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus, pancreas, adrenal gland, ovary in female and testis in male. These are the endocrine glands present in our body. Growth of our body takes place under the control of hormones produced by pituitary gland. What is its name? Growth hormone or somatotropin. Then what happens if the amount of growth hormone is not balanced in our body? If the growth hormone increased at the time of growth phase, it will lead to the excessive growth of our body. It is known as gigantism. If the amount of growth hormone is less in our body at the time of growth phase, It leads to dwarfism. Another condition is that known as acromegaly. It is caused by the excessive production of growth hormone after the growth phase. It is characterized by the growth of bones in our face, jaws, and fingers. To understand, the structure of our body is under the control of some hormones. So, children, I remember you one thing. Hereafter, you should not feel to laugh while you are seeing this kind of people because they also have the right to live like us. Pituitary gland produces some other hormones which regulate other endocrine glands. These are known as tropic hormones. Hence, pituitary gland is known as master gland because without its permission, other glands cannot work. But there is a master for pituitary gland, that is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus controls the pituitary gland and thereby the whole endocrine system. Hypothalamus produces releasing hormone and inhibitory hormone. If any hormone production is necessary in our body, hypothalamus produces releasing hormone which stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete tropic hormone of that particular gland. If the hormone production is enough in our body, hypothalamus produces inhibitory hormone which inhibits the action of pituitary gland and tropic hormone. Adrenal gland. They are small, triangular shaped, located on top of our both the kidneys. Adrenaline is a hormone secreted by adrenal gland that prepares our body for both fight and flight. What causes adrenaline spikes? You perceive a threat or danger. Your hypothalamus activates the sympathetic nervous system. Your brain instructs the adrenal glands to produce adrenaline. Adrenaline is released throughout the bloodstream. We have lot of situations that can cause the excess production of adrenaline hormone. Skydiving, watching a scary movie, examination time, public speaking, talking to someone you have admire, etc. Adrenaline secretion shows some symptoms in our body. Rapid heart rate, fast breathing, increased sweating, increased ability to run and lift heavy objects. Thyroid gland. It is a butterfly-shaped gland that located at the base of our neck. It is the main endocrine gland that controls the metabolic activities of our body. What is metabolism? The sum of controlled chemical reactions that occur within a cell is known as metabolism. Metabolism is composed of catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism means breakdown. It provides energy and building blocks for anabolism and other cellular functions. Anabolism means biosynthesis. It uses energy and building blocks to build larger molecules, macromolecules, and cell structures. The thyroid gland produces a hormone, namely thyroxine. Let us see the functions of thyroxine. Linear growth and pubertal development, normal brain development and function, calcium mobilization from bone. Iodine is essential for the production of thyroxine. The production of thyroxine is blocked in the absence of iodine. In an attempt to produce more thyroxine, the thyroid gland enlarges. This condition is known as goiter. Pancreas. Pancreas is the gland connected to the duodenum and continuation of stomach. It produces a hormone, insulin, which regulates the blood sugar level. Insulin converts the excess glucose into glycogen and stored in liver and muscles. And it increases the cellular uptake of glucose molecules. The normal level of glucose in blood is 70 to 110 mg per 100 ml. Decreased level of insulin raises the level of glucose in our blood. This excess glucose is expelled through urine. This condition is known as diabetes. Increased appetite, thirst, and frequent urination are the major symptoms of diabetes. Ovary and testes produce the sexual hormones, testosterone and estrogen respectively. Estrogen functions as the primary female sex hormones. It present in both men and women. It promotes development of female secondary sex characteristics. It stimulates endometrial and uterine growth. It reduces bone resorption, increase bone formation. Testosterone is a steroid hormone essential for growth, form, and function of the male reproductive tract. It governs the formation of sperm. It triggers development of male secondary sexual traits, stimulates sexual and aggressive behavior. It's secreted by Leydig cells between the lobes in the testes. Now let's see what is feedback mechanism. The feedback mechanism of hormones is the mechanism through which the balance of hormone in the blood or body is maintained. The increase or decrease in the concentration of that hormone can either stimulate the secretion of that particular hormone or inhibit the hormone secretion. This is called feedback. Already I have explained you this one. If our body need any kind of hormone, hypothalamus produce releasing hormone to stimulate pituitary gland to produce tropic hormone. The tropic hormone stimulate that particular endocrine gland to produce its hormone. That is positive feedback. If any hormone production is enough in our body, hypothalamus produce inhibitory hormone which inhibits the pituitary gland to produce its tropic hormone and stop the production of that hormone from that particular endocrine gland. That is negative feedback mechanism. Let's conclude, children. Learn well. Have a nice day. Thank you.